She said, "Your medical training is holding me back from helping people reach their true potential." I said, "Brittany, telling people to fast for 72 hours isn't helping anyone." What I discovered that week was she'd been using my physical therapy credentials to legitimize advice that could seriously hurt people. Need some advice here. My girlfriend Brittany, 27F, is a personal trainer trying to build her fitness brand, and I'm 29M, a physical therapist. She's been asking me to help with her content, but I'm getting uncomfortable with some of her methods. Background: we've been together 10 months, living together for 4. I have a small home gym setup in my apartment that I use for client rehab sessions. She's been using it for her training videos and Instagram content, which was fine initially. But lately, she's been asking me to review her workout programs and nutrition advice to make sure they're medically sound. The problem is, a lot of what she's promoting isn't safe. Last week, she showed me a fat-burning stack. She wants to sell basically caffeine pills, appetite suppressants, and some sketchy thermogenic compounds. When I explained the potential side effects, she said I was being too conservative. "Alex, people want results. They don't want to hear about every tiny risk," she said. "You're thinking like a medical professional, not an entrepreneur." I am a medical professional, and these aren't tiny risks. She's been posting workout videos filmed in my home gym, giving advice about injury prevention and recovery. Her followers think she has medical training because she references my physical therapist boyfriend's expertise and films in what looks like a professional setup. Yesterday, she asked me to look at a client's shoulder injury. She's been doing my program for 2 months and says it hurts during overhead movements. Can you tell me what's wrong? When I suggested the client see a doctor, Brittany got frustrated. "You're being dramatic. I just need to know if it's serious or if she can push through it." "Brittany, I can't diagnose someone based on a description, and pushing through pain is how people get seriously injured." Her Instagram bio now says, "Certified Trainer Fitness Entrepreneur Science-Based Approach," and she posts constantly about evidence-based fitness while promoting things that definitely aren't evidence-based. But she's never asked me to actually verify her claims or review her programs properly. She just wants me to agree with whatever she's already decided to sell. Am I being too cautious about fitness advice? Is this normal trainer behavior, or should I be concerned about people getting hurt? Edit. Reading these comments is concerning. Several of you are saying this sounds like she's practicing outside her scope. Maybe I need to look closer at what she's actually telling her clients. Update 1. You guys were right to be worried. I started paying closer attention to her client interactions and found some seriously dangerous patterns. So after reading your comments, I decided to actually observe some of her training sessions instead of just letting her use my space. What I saw made me realize how far this has gone. She's been telling clients to ignore pain signals. "Pain is just weakness leaving the body," she said to a woman complaining about knee discomfort during squats. "If you stop every time something hurts, you'll never see results." That's literally the opposite of everything I learned in physical therapy school. Pain is your body's warning system, not something to push through. But it gets worse. She's been selling custom nutrition protocols that are basically starvation diets. One client showed me her meal plan: 800 calories a day, no carbs, and a supplement stack that included diuretics. "Brittany, this is dangerous. She's going to end up malnourished. She wants to lose 20 pounds for her wedding. This is how you get fast results. This is how you get hospitalized." She's been using my credentials to legitimize everything. Her website now says programs developed with licensed physical therapist oversight and medically approved training methods. But I've never approved anything she's doing. When I confronted her about it, she was filming a workout video in my home gym. "Brittany, you can't claim medical oversight when I've never reviewed your programs. You live here. You see what I do. That's oversight. That's not how professional endorsement works." She got defensive. "You're being jealous of my success. I'm building something real here." Then I found out about Marcus. He's a fitness influencer with 50K followers who's been collaborating with her on content. Late-night gym sessions, weekend business meetings, constant texting about partnership opportunities. "Who's Marcus?" I asked, seeing his name pop up on her phone for the 3rd time that evening. "A potential business partner. He wants to feature my methods on his platform." "What kind of methods?" "Advanced training techniques you wouldn't understand." I looked at Marcus's Instagram. Shirtless photos, extreme workout videos, and posts about pushing past your limits and ignoring the haters who say it's dangerous. Perfect match for Brittany's approach, apparently. She's been staying out later, coming home from business meetings at 11 p.m., posting Instagram stories from fancy gyms I've never seen, all while using my apartment and credentials to build her brand. I'm starting to document everything. Her unsafe advice, the false medical claims, the client interactions I've witnessed. This isn't just relationship drama. People could get seriously hurt. Update 2. This is a nightmare, Reddit. One of her clients ended up in the hospital and Brittany is trying to blame me for it. Remember that woman with the knee pain who Brittany told to push through it? She collapsed during a workout session yesterday. Torn ACL, damaged meniscus, requiring surgery. I wasn't there when it happened, but Brittany called me panicking. Sarah got hurt during training. She's at the hospital. What do I do? What exactly happened? She was doing single leg squats and her knee gave out, but she'd been complaining about pain for weeks. The same pain you told her to ignore? I told her to work through minor discomfort. That's different. I went to the hospital to check on Sarah. She was in tears, facing months of physical therapy and potential permanent damage. Brittany said you approved her training program, Sarah told me. That's the only reason I kept going when it hurt. My stomach dropped. Sarah, I never approved anything. I've never even met you before today. But her website says medically approved methods. She showed me photos of your home gym setup. Brittany had been using my credentials and my space to convince clients her dangerous methods were safe. And now someone was seriously injured because of it. When I confronted her, she was already in damage control mode, posting on social media about freak accidents and pre-existing conditions and the risks of any physical activity. Brittany, you told her to ignore pain for weeks. This isn't a freak accident. Pain doesn't always mean injury, you know that. Persistent knee pain absolutely can mean injury. That's basic anatomy. She showed me her phone. She'd been texting Marcus about the situation, his advice. Blame the client's form, say she didn't follow instructions. You're going to lie about what happened? I'm protecting my business. Sarah signed a waiver. That's when I found out about the lawyer. Sarah's family had contacted a personal injury attorney. They were building a case against Brittany for practicing outside her scope and providing unsafe training. But Brittany had a plan. She was going to claim I was the one who approved the training program, that as a licensed physical therapist, I was responsible for overseeing her methods. You're going to throw me under the bus legally? You live here. You knew what I was doing. If you thought it was unsafe, you should have stopped me. I tried to stop you. You said I was being jealous and controlling. She's now posted about toxic partners who sabotage your success and learning to trust your instincts over negative influences. Her followers are supporting her, saying I'm probably jealous of her relationship with Marcus. Meanwhile, I'm facing potential liability for training methods I never approved, using credentials I never authorized, in a case where someone got seriously hurt. I'm documenting everything now. Every conversation, every unsafe practice I witnessed, every time I warned her about potential dangers. This is about to get very legal very fast. Final update. Well, Reddit, the fitness industry takes unsafe practices seriously. Time for the final update on this dangerous situation. Remember how Brittany was planning to blame me for Sarah's injury? That backfired spectacularly. I spent the weekend documenting everything. Screenshots of her dangerous advice, recordings of conversations where I warned her about safety, witness statements from other clients who'd been told to ignore pain. Monday morning, I contacted Sarah's lawyer proactively. Showed him everything, the fake medical endorsements, the evidence of me warning Brittany about unsafe practices, the timeline proving I was never involved in her program design. The lawyer was grateful. This actually helps Sarah's case significantly. It shows the trainer knew the risks and ignored professional advice. But I didn't stop there. I reported Brittany to every relevant authority. The State Fitness Certification Board, the Health Department, the Attorney General's Office for false advertising about medical endorsements. The investigation moved fast. Other clients started coming forward with similar stories. Maria had been told to continue training with a stress fracture. James was given a supplement stack that sent him to the ER with heart palpitations. Lisa was put on a 600-calorie diet that caused her to faint during workouts. The Fitness Certification Board was particularly interested in her false medical claims. Using my credentials without authorization violated multiple professional standards. But the real damage came from the fitness community itself. When other trainers found out about Sarah's injury and the unsafe practices, they started sharing warnings on social media. Avoid Brittany Thompson, dangerous methods, false medical claims, injured client. Her follower count dropped from 8,000 to 1,200 overnight. Gym partnerships were canceled. Supplement sponsors pulled out. Even Marcus distanced himself, posting about choosing partners carefully and prioritizing safety over results. The legal consequences were severe. Sarah's lawsuit resulted in a $75,000 settlement. 3 other clients filed similar suits. The state revoked her personal training certification for unsafe practices and false advertising. She tried to rebuild her brand as a wellness coach instead of a trainer, but the fitness community has a long memory. Every post got comments warning people about her history. The criminal charges came from the supplement sales. Selling unregulated compounds without proper licensing violated several health and safety laws. She pled guilty to avoid federal charges, got 18 months probation and a lifetime ban from fitness-related businesses. As for me, I kept my license and my reputation. The investigation cleared me of any wrongdoing and actually commended me for trying to prevent the unsafe practices. The funniest part? Sarah hired me as her physical therapist for her ACL recovery. She said she should have listened to the actual medical professional from the beginning. I'm dating again, met someone at a continuing education seminar who thinks fitness should be about health, not social media fame. Revolutionary concept. Brittany tried to contact me last month through a mutual friend. She's apparently working retail now and wants to clear the air about what happened. She's planning a comeback as a reformed fitness influencer focused on safe, sustainable methods. I didn't respond. But I did forward the message to Sarah's lawyer, just in case.